Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Delphine and today I am back with a video that was quite requested, and it is 10 kind of secret French shoe brands that you might have never heard of. If you're not from France, who have never extensively lived in France, you will probably discover some of these brands. They're all good quality, so I'm not telling you about French brands just for the sake of telling you about French brands. It's brands I've been owning, my friends have been owning for years, decades sometimes, and we can tell you it's good quality. Some are more affordable than others. There's a bit different price points out there. It's not a big brand, right? I'm not gonna tell you about Chanel and Dior. I guess you've heard about these French brands. So it's rather really kind of unheard French brands. So let's get started. One of them, where I own multiple pairs and I've owned a lot through the time, is called Minelli. So for example, this is one of the Minelli pump I own. So you can see here the brand name. I really love them. They're suede, they're light pink, they're great. They size normally, so this is a size 36. It's normally my classic European size. They're made in Italy, it's real leather. They have all kind of shoes. They're not just in pumps. They do sandals, day sandals, night sandals, summer. In winter you will have a lot of boots. You will have low boots, high boots, heels, no heels, flat, everything. They really have a lot of different styles, and this is just one of the pairs I own. And yeah, they're just great quality and comfortable. In terms of price, I would say a pair of pump like this one retails for normally typically around 150 euro-ish. Depends of course on the fabric, the finish, all of that. Some might be a bit cheaper, some might be more expensive, but it's around these prices. And they do sales and they do good discounts. And they have a lot of shops across France. I think almost every city, middle-sized city or even small-sized city has a Minelli shop. It's really a very, very common brand in France. And as I said, good quality. Then you have also Jonak. Jonak is also a lot of very nice different style. I don't really know how to describe it because again it's just you will have a bit of everything. Pumps, I remember I had a pair of derbies. They had a really nice one with very soft leather, and they had a lot of different color options and I loved them to death. I wore that I think through a big part of my studies the first years. It's the only thing I was wearing almost. Then there's also Mellow Yellow. They have a bit I will say classic style with a kind of a little twist. They're a bit maybe more girly style. Also a lot of very good quality leather, a lot of different styles. Also again, they're not like specialized in one type of shoe. They do a bit of everything. And the next brand, I actually not sure if they have physical shops in France. I'm not so much in France anymore, so when I go back I often stay in the same areas and they have no shops there, but that does not mean that they don't have one somewhere else. What they have for sure is a great internet site where you can order, and they're called Bobies, and it's very nice quality, very nice shoes. Yeah, great brand. Again, a lot of different styles for all kind of tastes, all kind of colors, same kind of price points as the previous brands, so no big change there. And yeah, they're just great. And then another brand where I actually also have an example, I bought them a long time ago. They've suffered a bit through moves and so on, is called Carell. And I have these little pink slippers. Yeah, they've lived. I really like them. It was very trendy maybe 15 years ago. And I'm not wearing them so much anymore, especially since, yeah, as I said, they've been a bit damaged in some of the moves. I don't know exactly how it happened, but it happened like inside it got somehow sprinkled by something, but I'm not sure what. And Carell, they do great quality. They're a bit more expensive than the other brands, and they are a bit more artistic, I would say. I don't know exactly how to describe it. Again, great quality if you don't accidentally spring them while moving. But otherwise, it's a very nice brand. Then I'm gonna go for one, you've heard me talk about it already on this channel. I even have a dedicated video to it. Just long-time subscriber, you probably know what's coming. Repo. This is, for me, like the brand for ballerinas. They're French, they're made in France, still handmade, finished in the factory. And yeah, they have a trillion, billion, trilliard different kind of styles. They will have patent leather, they will have suede, they will have normal leather, they will have some with fabrics, they have some with glitters, they have some with motifs, they have some with tiny heels, higher heels, no heels, a lot of options. And they also have kind of derbies, they also do men's shoes, they also have other like heels, which some of them look a bit like a pump but inspired from the ballerina, and they also have some which are inspired from the tango shoes, kind of as sandals, because they're originally a dance brand. So if you're looking for ballerinas, have a look at Repo. They also regularly do collaborations. I think there's a new collaboration coming up, so it's also worth to keep an eye on them. I'm gonna go for a complete different style. I like to switch it up a bit, and this. If you are watching this channel and you're French or you've been in France, you most certainly know them. They're called Benimon. The B is their logo, and there's this kind of very simple fabric shoes. I know that there are other brands doing them. I think I've seen in England, I believe in the UK, there is also a specific brand that does a very similar style. But this is like our French version, let's say, and they have a lot of colors. So I have this one, and I have them in khaki, a bit like my top today. I have had since I've been a kid maybe all kind of possible colors of this brand, because they start with kids sizes, and to be honest, as soon as my son will be a tiny bit older, I will start buying in Benimons, because they are great. They are indestructible. You can even wash them in your washing machine. You know, if they get too dirty, hop, you throw them in. I was a Girl Scout, and I wore that to camp. I walked in the mud with it, everything. That's not sport shoes, right? If you go for a hike, this is not going to be good enough. But you know, for just like if you need to walk a lot, it's actually very comfortable. And they also have, so this version with the laces, and they also have one where it's like a big elastic in the middle. They have done also winter version where inside you will have some sort of like fluff, furry thingy to keep you warm. And they cost nothing. I mean, prices have been increasing every year through time, but there may be, I don't know, 30 something euro, maybe close to 40 now. I don't know. I have not looked recently, because as I said, they last for ages, and so I have my one since forever. So it's a 36, 3.5 size, again, so usual size. Oh, this is something I did not mention before. All the brands I told you before until now size normally, with the exception of Repo, where it's good to do half size up. They do half sizes and go half a size up. So this is a 36.5, for example. The next one is Paraboot. They're more famous, I will say, for their belts or their men's shoes, but they also have women's shoes, more like classical, slightly on the masculine side, a lot of loafers, all this kind. Sometimes they also have boots, and this is a pair of boots from Paraboot. I have it since so many years, and look, it looks amazing. Like, look, the sole, you can still see the details, and I can tell you, I have walked like miles/kilometers in it. I have them since almost 10 years, and I mean, they look great. You can see a bit creasing, but the quality is incredible. And they're so comfortable. It's one of the first pair of boots where I could really like just slip them on with the heels and everything and walk almost the whole day with them without feeling any pain. But it was incredible. You can see on the heels a bit more that they've been kind of worn a lot. But really, I've been impressed. There is a few scratches here and there on the leather, but I have to admit that I also have probably to take care of them soon again. But yeah, they're made, at least at the time when I bought them, the salesperson explained to me that they were still being handmade in France, in Alsace, which was also a very lovely point for me. They size normally, I don't know, the size not written there. It's written here 3.5, which is the same than what was written in the Benimon. So I guess it's a 36. So yeah, they size normally. I took my true size, and I keep stalking them. They don't do this kind of high boots so often, but sometimes they also have low boots in winter. And as I said, they also have some other kind of shoes in the summer, in case you're interested. Then a complete different again. Let's keep switching here and there. They're called Rondini. and they're called Rondini Saint-Tropez. And the shop is in Saint-Tropez, and they are handmade and hand finished. I mean, you can still see the nail. When you go in the shop, you put them on. They will measure here, adjust it to your foot. Go back shortly in the atelier, fix that up for you, and then that it like fits you perfectly. And it's the same for here around. Anything they will need, if they break or something, you can bring them. They will repair them. It's really no problem. They are a bit more pricey, obviously. I don't remember exactly how much. I own 2 pairs, and this one I think I paid maybe around 300 something for it, I think. So yeah, more pricey, but they last you forever. They're great style. They have also the same lot of different colors. They have a few different styles. They don't have a trillion different styles. They have maybe, I don't know, 10 different styles. But each of these styles will come in different finish and colors. So they will have some which are natural leather like this. They have some which are very colorful. They have some. My other pair is, for example, golden. So a lot of options. It's funny, you can see the shape of my feet in it. Yeah, so it's perfectly adjusted to your feet, and yeah, they size normally. So I don't know here what's written. I don't know if it's a 6 or 8. I think it's a 6. Yeah. If for whatever reason you go to the south of France and you plan on going through Saint-Tropez at some point, then think about me, have a little stop there. And the thing is, just plan sometimes, because there's typically a queue and it takes a bit of time. So you might have to wait half an hour or something like that to get them done. So Rondini is claiming to have been like the first ones to make this kind of shoes in Saint-Tropez. It is hard to know if they were really the first ones, but at the time, right now, they're the oldest at least, because they opened their atelier first in 1927. And there's a competitor that opened just a few years later in 1933, which is called Kajak, like the letter K and the first name Jacques, and is also, I would say, probably more famous than Rondini, because they expanded. They've opened shops a bit around. There's not only shops in Saint-Tropez, whereas Rondini, as far as I know, they've really stayed very small. And they also have much more styles. Kajak, you can see on the website, they have more than 100 styles, whereas Rondini remains with just a few models and a few, of course, variations around these models. But Kajak has a lot more options. And yeah, the quality is also great. It's very funny, because sometimes you can see, you know, like this rivalry, like you have the Rondini people and the Kajak people, and I don't think it really matters if you find styles that you like in one side or the other. Both have great quality. And then, to finish, we're in summer, but I got to talk about them, and we completely jump from summer sandal to rain boots. And I'm gonna tell you about the brand called Aigle. And they specialize in outdoor kind of things, and they are in France very famous for their rain boot. They start with kid sizes. So this is the one currently of my son. He has had some, I think the smallest size he had, the first one he had, he was maybe 1.5. They're just perfect for small kids. On top of that, they have a lot of motifs, a lot of different colors and so on. This is really the classic shape. You recognize them with these 2 white stripe on top and egg written. This is not the most classic color. I would say the very classic one are typically navy blue, but now they have such a big range of color, and my son picked these ones. He chose by himself last time we were in France the colors, and he wanted these ones, and he's very happy with them. I mean, definitely been using them a lot. And for me, I picked these ones, same, I have them since years, because I like the fact, I don't know, I felt that it looks maybe a bit like a rain boot with this, so that I could eventually wear them to work too. I bought them in Germany actually already, because sometimes there was, where I used to live before, I lived in Stuttgart for some years, and I had to walk quite some time to go to the public transport to go to work, and sometimes it was pouring. It was raining, end of the world rain. No normal shoes could resist that, so you had to wear rain shoes. And I thought, okay, at least like this, it looks maybe a bit better if I'm gonna wear that at work. And yeah, they're great. They're perfect. Nowadays, they also do, I had a pair, I went through them. They also do like low boot versions, which definitely what I purchased. I have to purchase them again. And yeah, it's just perfect. It's kind of the French version of the, I don't know if they're British or American. There's this rain boot brand also, which is very famous. I think it's called Hunter. And well, Aigle is basically the French version of that. Great quality. And yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any question. If there's also there's probably a lot of brands I'm forgetting, to be honest. Some of you maybe will write them in the comment section. I'm gonna be like, of course. But you know, that's the first part. Maybe I will do a part 2 then if I realize I forgot too many brands. I hope you could discover some brands, you could maybe learn something. If you have any question, don't hesitate. And I will leave you here with another video in case you have not seen it. And if you've enjoyed this one and you would like to see more, then you can gladly subscribe to my channel by clicking there. And I wish you a lovely day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.